Hello! Hope you had fun building your Tudor homes, hopefully Tudor streets. And now for the end of the day, we're going to do a bit more craft. So welcome to your craft lesson. As you know, here we do some fun yet simple things which keep our fingers busy but also help us learn. Now you can probably see the board behind me, and you can notice that here I have quite a few letters and words. So I think you can figure out that our craft today is going to be related to English, yeah? So you see here I wrote some words which have letters letter Y in them, and here letter Y is represented in all three ways you can read it, okay? So y in yes, baby, so it's E, yummy, y and D, yellow, y, and sky, I, okay? All three ways you can read letter Y, okay? We also have sounds ch and sh. And what is important that ch is here beginning, but also and sh is beginning and end, okay? And also, I'm going to send in an email some more words, some more groups of words. Now, why are we doing this? What is Miss Ivana up to now? Well, I don't know if you know, but this weekend is the last weekend of autumn. After this weekend, technically, winter is going to begin here in Chile. So I was looking outside my window and I noticed that the trees are still covered in those beautiful autumn leaves, in beautiful autumn colors, brown, yellow, red, orange, okay? So I was thinking, because it's the last weekend, it's still autumn, that now is the time high time to make a craft related to autumn, yeah? So even when the leaves fall off the trees soon, we can still have some craft inside our home, you know, which will represent these beautiful trees. I personally think that autumn is the most beautiful season. I really love the trees, yeah, and the colors that they make. So what do I have here? As you can see, I have a leaf and a stick. So let me explain what I did here, and then I'm going to make with you together step by step a few more. So here I made this leaf, and as you can see, I drew, using a pencil, I drew the lines, yeah, the veins that leaves have. Now, if you have a chance to grab a leaf, maybe at your balcony, something that fell off a tree, or you're lucky enough to have a garden, and you take a closer look at the leaf, you will see that they all have these veins. Yeah, this is how they eat. This is how they get nutrients and water. But that's for later. That's for a science class. Okay, but this is what leaves look like. So I put on these lines to decorate it a little bit. And I did it with the pencil, but of course you can do it with markers, or you can use colored pencils as you wish. And the leaves can be in different shapes or sizes as you wish. And then you see you have this stick in the middle. So what's the deal here? Yeah, you can see that here in the middle, I have the sound oo. Yeah, so it can be the long oo or short oo, all the same. And then on this popsicle, I have letters. So the thing is, as you move the popsicle, new words are going to appear. So here we have f, u, t, foot. But then if we move a bit more, we get the word moon. Hope you can see this well. And then here, we get the word chew. Okay? So this is what we're going to make today. And the idea is that once we have it made, we can use it to decorate our space. Yeah, so I'm going to take some sticky gum and use it to decorate our distance learning classroom. Yeah, so I'm going to put one right here. Yeah, there. Okay, so let me show you how I made this. So what you're going to do, you're going to need a pencil, markers or colored pencils if you want, colored paper. I have orange and yellow. If you have a red or brown, that would be amazing. And you're going to need a pair of scissors. And if you have some popsicles, that would be great. I have these narrow ones, you see, but if you have those which are bigger and wider, even better, because then you can make your words look bigger. Or if you don't have them, you can just use a piece of paper. I'm going to show you how to do it, don't worry. Okay, so I'm going to play some nice music here in the background. And let's begin. Okay, so the first thing you need to do, you need to choose which color you want to work with and draw the shape of a leaf. Now you can choose any shape you want. Leaves have different shapes. They can be ovals, they can be kind of heart-shaped, they can be in the shape of a maple leaf, obviously. So, yes, you can choose whatever you want. So I have that one. So now I'm going to try to do a little bit different shape. Okay, so I'm going to draw it here. So let me see. Okay, so this is the leaf that I draw, and then they have like here a line in the middle. And you know what? I'm actually going to use colors. For this, I'm going to add the line in the middle. Yeah, and then those lines coming out to decorate it a bit. Okay, because if you're going to put this on display, you want it to look a bit nicer. And I'm also going to do the outer lines here. So it just looks a little bit nicer. Now, what you can do, maybe for you, if it's a bit still tricky to cut following lines, maybe you can first draw with a pencil, then cut out, and then do the decorations with the color markers. Okay, time to cut. And what we want to do, remember, this is something that we're going to put on display. So we're going to cut nicely and slowly, following the lines. Yeah, we do craft for many different reasons, but one of them is to relax and enjoy. So no reason to hurry. Okay, we're trying to do things nicely and precisely. Okay, and then as you're doing, you can think, which group of sounds do I want this leaf to represent? This is, I think, very good practice for you to revise long vowel sounds. E, U, A, well, U's, and things like that. I, ow, all those things. And then what to do once you make it, you practice reading yourself. You can test your mommies, daddies, brothers, sisters. You can test your other friends. Maybe if you, outside of school, catch up online. And then you can take these leaves out and be like, okay, can you read? Let's practice reading. And you can show what you've made. Here's an idea for a weekend get together. Okay, so I finally cut up my leaf. Ta-da! And what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to softly bend it along the middle, and I'm going to make two cuts here. Now you need to be very careful because the space between two cuts is the space that you need to write those two letters. Yeah, so how big is the space? Then you need to consider that, you know, everything else that you write, any other letters need to be more or less the same size. So here's one cut, here's the other. So I got here quite a lot of, opening, a lot of open space. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna extend it just a little bit more. And here I'm going to put a piece of paper. Okay, so I'm going to use this to show you how to do this with a piece of paper if you don't have popsicles. Okay, so let me see a letter which I'm going to write here. I'm going to write here the letter ch. Okay, so you see I turned this into a ch. Okay, and now I'm going to cut a strip of paper, but make sure this strip of paper should be long, but it shouldn't be too wide because it needs to enter here. But it also shouldn't be too narrow because you need to write the letters which are the same size as ch. Of course, you can do this by first taking a ruler, drawing a straight line. Okay, let me see. So now I'm going to put it in so it goes behind the letter ch. Okay, so first from the front, it enters here, and now when it's back, on this other opening, it goes back out. Ta-da! Okay, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna look at the words that I have here for ch. I have chicken. Okay, so I'm going to pull this strip. Okay, I have ch, and first I'm going to write the rest of the word chicken. Now, where did I leave my brown marker, guys? Oh, here it is. So now I have chicken, I wrote it, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna draw a line here to mark that this is where my word finishes, okay? So I'm gonna pull the strip, and my next word is chop, yeah? So ch is again at the beginning, so I'm gonna put this line which I drew right here next to the ch. I have ch, and I'm going to write up. So now I have the word chop, and I'm going to do a line here, to mark the end of ch, yeah? So, what is next? The next is the word bunch, yeah? So, just a second, please. I'm going to have to put ch at the end, okay? So I'll be back in a minute.